Hello, everyone. This is Eric Wade, and this PD is focused on using Minecraft in your classroom. So let's get started. So this is the kind of beginning page. I will be kind of clear about something before we start, though. This is not a tutorial on how to use Minecraft. I'm happy to come to you and wherever you are and give you a crash course or even just a multiple day course on how to use Minecraft, like the physical, like the actual steps to using it. This is more of a PD that focuses on um, how you could use it. So, but if you're interested in learning more about it, I'm happy to talk with you, work with you on this. Just feel free to email me, and we'll find a time to be able to do that. So, what I've done is I've built, instead of this being a kind of a passive uh, slide deck type of PD, I decided that probably the best way if I'm going to talk about Minecraft is to actually use Minecraft. So I built a world. Here it is. There's my entrance right here. So I'll actually start over here. So I built this for us to kind of work within. There's also going to be a slide deck that has some resources and some links on it for the things that I'm going to talk about throughout this PD. So let's get started here. We're going to start over here in this building. And we're going to start right here with a kind of table of contents. So we're going to start with this: what is Minecraft? How can it be integrated in the classroom? And then I'll talk about resources to get us started. So as we walk through, we'll walk to our next building to kind of talk about what Minecraft is. So Minecraft, if you've never used it before, it's a digital world that you can build almost anything you can think of. There are limits. Things don't really, there's no wheels or any of that kind of building in this. You couldn't build a car that moves, for instance. But there are things that do move in Minecraft. There's minecarts that you can put on rails. So like a kind of like a cart that like you see like on a train or something like that. You can build that. And there's great things you can do with that idea. It is there, it really is limitless in terms of what you can build as long as it's static. So it is a fantastic tool for a million reasons, but it is very different than a game, and I do want to kind of talk about that. In the game version of this, you're kind of on your own, and that's the way it is. Minecraft Education Edition is different. In this, you can you'll get everything at the very beginning. So I'll show you here. If you're in creative mode, everything that's in Minecraft Education Edition is available for students when they're here. All of this stuff, everything from arrows to potions to element table, because it's a chemistry world, and then the spell books. All of this is available to students in creative mode. You could also play in survival mode, where the students, it's more traditional, more like the traditional Minecraft game, where you have to mine and build and do all of those kind of things. And then you only have the resources that you have available to you, and you have to put them together in a crafting table to make something new. The other cool thing that I really like about the Education Edition versus like the game version is that in a game, you'd have to have a dedicated server to be able to have everybody play together. In Minecraft, if you wanted multiple students to be in a world together, to build together, to work together collaboratively, then they would be able to do that without any issue. It does it right then in the classroom. It's actually a part of the world when you set it up. So that is fantastic. I've used it multiple times. It's really, really great. There's actually another application that teachers can download called a Classroom that allows you to see where everybody is and kind of hop in and look and see what they're doing whenever you want to. You can move them around inside of it. So if there's someplace they're not supposed to be, you can move them out, put them somewhere else. The other cool thing, and this is the bottom part here, is that even if you're still kind of hesitant about this, you're like, well, I don't know if this really fits what I want to do, and blah 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 blah. They have a library of worlds that already exist that are phenomenal. So I'm just going to kind of take a second here. We're going to get out of this, and we're going to go. We're going to go show you the library real quick. Okay, so here's the library. You have a couple of options when you begin. You have subject kits, which we'll get to in a minute. Minecraft has a monthly build challenge. It's a lot of fun. There are starter worlds, and then there's a tutorial on how to play, like how to actually work with Minecraft. So this one, when you click it, it starts here, tells you how to play, gives you some basics on how to use it. The starter worlds are biomes and build plates, give you kind of some beginning stuff to work with for anybody that wants that. The build challenges are fantastic. There's a lot of these, and you can actually submit them to Microsoft to be able to kind of have it published or to have it looked at. They're really great. And then there's the subject kits. And you can see that there's a lot of subjects that are covered here. And what these are worlds that already exist that have been built. So for instance, one of my favorites is the chemistry world. In the chemistry world, you can, it'll kind of walk students through this tutorial, and they build elements from scratch, like from at the atomic level, put them together to make compounds, and then put those compounds together to make other things. So like when I do the chemistry world, the kind of assessment at the end is they have to be able to screen record themselves making a pig fly using a balloon. So it's really fantastic. But it's a whole world. See, with this, all of these are all worlds that have already been built. Same with the math ones. These are worlds that already exist inside of Minecraft, and you just have to download them, and kids can use them whenever you want them to. So the library is amazing. It really is worth exploring just by itself. It's really quite incredible. And they're kind of self-directed, so you can either help students to work their way through and kind of assign pieces, or you can let them go and they'll let them self-direct their way through things. So let's go back to my world again, and we'll talk some more about integration. Okay, so let's move on past out of here. So we're going to move out of this world. We're going to go into this giant building right here and kind of talk about integration. So first things first, let's start with science. So in Minecraft, you have the flexibility in this to build pretty much any model you want. I've built a person and had the students make all the internal organs of that person. I made the person myself, gave them the world, and then they filled it in as we went. And then at the end, they gave they had to record them, do a screen recording of them working their way from the mouth out to the anus, talking about how all of the body systems are connected along the way. There were boards in there, kind of similar to what you're looking at now. It was really quite cool. So there's chemistry world, which we just talked about. There's basic physics stuff. I do a roller coaster project in this where the students build their roller coasters, and we build them all in one world, and then everybody gets to ride the roller coasters afterwards. There are ways in Minecraft to make it what's called immutable, meaning that nobody can destroy anything. So I would lock them all in their little places using these things called border blocks. They would build their roller coasters while we talked about potential and kinetic energy. They would build their roller coasters, and then at the end, I would open it up and make the world immutable so nobody could break anything, and let them all ride each other's roller coasters. We've also done Rube Goldberg machines, which are really fantastic and a lot of fun to do, especially talking about circuits and simple circuits using something called redstone. Really amazing. There's a lot of great stuff you can do with that. Same with math. You can build models of all sorts of different things. You could build a model of a hundreds chart. You could build models of fractions, quadrilaterals. You can identify different quadrilaterals and build them too as well. It's a great way to model adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing, looking at symmetry, calculating area and volume. And you can use these as practice. You could use them as an introduction. You could use them in the middle. You can kind of use Minecraft at any point in a unit or in a lesson that you really feel fits. And students are so well versed in this that they really kind of hit the ground running with it. So let's go over here and look at computer science. There is a huge coding piece to this. In fact, there's a whole hour of code that's focused just on Minecraft. You have let me see if I get them in here. Here we are. You have the codes here in your code builder. And in fact, you get this little guy right here. And when you click him, he has all sorts of different stuff to him. But this is how you can kind of code build. This is called your agent. And when you hit C, the agent comes, and then you can kind of go from there, deciding how you want to go about building your code. There's lots of ways to do it. It's really fantastic. It is really quite cool. But just watch out if you accidentally start your agent, he'll follow you around. So, and there's also worlds that exist in the computer science library of that you can just do to code in Minecraft. So learn how to code in Minecraft. They're really straightforward. They're very simple. They are really quite amazing to do, and it can simplify out the steps that you're taking in Minecraft. But it can also I built one that I needed to replace all of the blocks in a certain area with that were there with a different color. I wanted them to be red because we were building a Mars. We were building Mars basically, and so I wrote the code so that my little code builder would go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, changing all of the blocks that were there to I think it was red sandstone, but it doesn't really matter. So let's go upstairs and we'll talk about the humanities a little bit. Literacy. One of my favorite things to do is to use Minecraft to build the setting of a story. We did every year we read The Martian, or every other year we read The Martian, and students build Mars as we read in Minecraft. So we change, they have to go turn make everything red, which is where we use Code Builder, and then kind of build from there, and then add everything as we go. Really great. I know a teacher who did this, gave this as an option for students to do with To Kill a Mockingbird. There's some really great ways to do this. You can use Minecraft as a story starter. There's actually one about a shipwreck. There's a world about a shipwreck that you go and kind of explore the shipwreck, and then you can use that as a story starter. Recreating your favorite fairy tales. You can code a story, which is really fun to do. Again, there's a world that will help you do that. And then you can use these things called NPCs to help you as you travel through. So that person right there is what's called an NPC. And you spawn them. You have to kind of be specific about it, but when students click on them, it's a non-player, I spelled that wrong, non-player character, right? You can give information about the world. You can give web addresses in here for people to click. There's really these little NPCs are really great. You as the teacher, and I'd have to, this is something that's kind of specific. You have to be what's called a world builder, which you can easily turn on. Can place these NPCs anywhere you want and edit what they have to say and their names and things like that. All of the different worlds have these NPCs already on them. So all the created worlds, like pre-created worlds, already have NPCs on them to give directions to students about what to do next or what to do, period. So it's a really great way to tell a story. Or to include them in your setting as you go. So lastly, Minecraft with history, culture, and geography. There's a really fun one. There's a world that already exists, which you can build this however you want to, where they use NPCs to build a timeline. Or you can just build a timeline, right? You can just build it out of blocks. It wouldn't be real difficult to do. You can recreate landmarks. You can build them, right? You literally can build whatever you want. You can build the Eiffel Tower. You can build Leaning Tower Pizza. You can do anything you want. You could build maps, like topographical maps are pretty straightforward to build. You could just build a map of the world on this if you really, really wanted to be kind of creative with this, or have students create that. And then really back to the library idea, there are so many worlds that already exist that fit into all of these different subjects, into the history, culture, and geography, all of it. That are absolutely worth exploring, and students will have access to those, so you can make it so that they can be a part of that as well. You could even, I've gone as far as taking the world and giving it to students on Google Classroom. Like, you can absolutely do that. So that's integration. Let's look at some resources real quick. I'm going to switch over to my web browser. This is Minecraft Education Edition's web page. This is a fantastic resource. In fact, this is where you start. You hit download and you download Minecraft Education Edition for your PC or for your Mac or for your Chromebook. It'll work on all those. You can also use it on an iPad. It has, it has how it works. The Teach with Minecraft gives you the lessons, and Our Code is an esports piece, is a training piece. You can go to the support and they'll give you help. It's you can download it. There's the how to buy. So if you buy this, just as a kind of an aside here, if you are interested in Minecraft but you want to buy it for your students, it's $5 a piece. But if you also want to, this is what I just did because I don't have any students right now, or you want to do it after school program or something like that, you can do a direct purchase of $12 for each user for a year, or if you want to do the volume licensing or the direct purchase, you can do it for $5 per student per year. They get a login and a password, they get their own stuff. It's all saved on their computers, so they can come back to it whenever they need to. the quick start guide will get you going on this if you need to, but it also has some really great resources for, and we're going to go back to the teach part. The lessons. There's exploring the lessons piece of this already here. There's mentoring. I'm the only Minecraft certified instructor in the state, so I can absolutely help you with this. Again, if you want to just look at what's available to you, you can go to the website and look at the subject kits that are all right there, or you can look by resources. And even have feature lessons down here at the bottom. So this is a really, really great program. I really, really I've enjoyed it so much. My students talk about a way to engage students. This is a fantastic way to get students engaged with what's going on. So that's Minecraft kind of in a nutshell. There's so much more to this that I could never get into in the short amount of time I have. But that's why if you're interested and you want to learn more, I will come to you. We can meet through Zoom. We can do whatever you want. I'll be happy to work with you in any way you want to. So thank you very much. Have a great day.